Thank you very much, Chantal. I'm Zvonka from Slovenia, and this section in the program is actually for Slovenia, but also Slovakia and Ireland. We divided presentations in 10-minute slots. Actually, we were surprised a bit to have a presentation now in the morning and then in the afternoon. So we regard these taster sessions, trigger presentations, also to convince you to divide, either to come to, I think it's Slovenia and Slovakia on one hand, and in parallel you will be able to hear presentations of Luxembourg and Ireland, Irish learners especially. So because of all that, I decided to speak about the larger picture, the Learning Festivals movement in the world and in Europe. Because this is something that is very powerful. So our task today is actually also to raise the profile of learning festivals, either Adult Learners Week, Lifelong Learning Weeks, Lifelong Learning Days, and many other names are used for these learning festivals. Namely, we think that sometimes people think organizing a learning festival is something very simple. Well, it is not. It is very complex work, involves a lot of enthusiasm and so on, a lot of organizational tasks, but it is by people, for people, with people. I think this is very important. And I will speak about success factors of the Slovenian Lifelong Learning Week in the afternoon session. To help you maybe to create your own learning festival, to justify why you should do it. But right now I would first like to introduce the Slovenian team. We have this luxury of being three. You met us. Darjan is here. He's also from the Slovenian Institute for Adult Education. He is the cameraman today. This is a result of Paul Holdsworth's pressure on our group when we, in March 2018, talked about the PLA awareness-raising event, and he said, yes, but what about methodology? Some of you remember. And I said, yes, presentations, workshops, evaluation, questionnaire, and yes, but more. And that's why we came up with a video, and we will document our PLA through this video. This is something that we are used to through our work in the promotion or awareness raising of adult education. Then Mateja is here. I will not say a lot because she's the afternoon star. She's directress of an adult education center in Slovenia, and they are our extended arm in this line of work. And then me. I'm an economist, information specialist. That's why I liked this presentation, the former one, very much, because we do something similar in Slovenia. And when I joined our institute in 1996, I had this big task to establish the information system for adult education, presenting everything that is going on. And this is an impossible mission, actually. That's why I really like the idea, the small task that I was given, and that was study the UK model of the Adult Learners Week and make something so we can implement it in Slovenia. And actually, this was not supposed to be a big part of the work of our institute, but it became a big part of our work at the national level, involving nowadays many ministries, not only the Ministry of Education, but Ministry of Culture and so on, but it became a movement throughout the country. So in the last few years, we have around 2,000 providers of Lifelong Learning Week events, and around 8,000, yes, thank you, around 8,000 events every year. Yes. How we do that, not alone, no. You will hear that in the afternoon, so come to our session. But I would really like to speak how it all began. It began in the United States. It didn't bring any money, any return, so it was forgotten there. But UK, luckily, picked up this idea, and you started with the Adult Learners Week. And our first contact was Sir, I believe now, Alan Tuckett, the father of learning festivals throughout the world, I would say. And he convinced us with something that I would like to share now with you. He said, it's all about two Ds, the letter D, and two S's. D, the two D's stand for dance and dream, and the S's stand for share and steal. So, when we came together, national coordinators of learning festivals, Celia is laughing now, we always stole a bit from each other, stole ideas, and really enriched our festivals. That was also due to the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning. They really had a great project in 2003 until 2006. There was a project called International Adult Learners Week in Europe. 15 national coordinators took part in this, and we exchanged our experience. We stole from each other, but we also produced some nice tools, and that is still available on the UNESCO website. There was also the European Association for Adult Education that served as a unifying factor through the project Arale, Awareness Raising in Adult Learning and Education, and many other opportunities for stealing and sharing and so on. But I'm sure that in many of your countries, the movement is living. It's going on, and here and there we connect and exchange, and this PLA is an opportunity for that. I would like to close my presentation with the simple statement that a learning festival is always a reflection of what is going on in adult education in a country or in Europe as a whole. It reflects policy, practice, professional endeavors, and so on. But it also contributes. So we are not just a fair, we are not just is a big word, but we are not just meeting people, we are also a movement, we are changing things. That's why we believe that awareness raising should address all target groups, politicians, professionals, learners, public institutions, private institutions. Everybody should join and make a difference. Guidance, of course, for us is a part of our awareness raising through learning festivals. So is outreach, which is a very powerful word, because also through learning festivals sometimes we only reach the people who are convinced already. We really have to extend our arms, go to people, invite them to become a part of this movement. But it's also socializing. Socializing is very important, especially for vulnerable groups, and I think our Irish learners will be able to talk about that as well. So, I think our Lifelong Learning Week actually started in 1996, which was by some people called the romantic years of the European Commission. Maybe Martina, you agree. There is this fine book by Delors and other authors saying, learning, a treasure within, learning to know how to do, learning to be, personal development, but also learning to coexist. Adult, I won't say educators, I'm not an educator. Adult learning people, I will use this. We are passionate. Chantal is a very, very fine example of a passionate person, and thank you on behalf of all of us for creating this opportunity. And I think but not only we professionals are passionate about this. We heard Rashid, was that the name of the learner yesterday, who is now becoming a professional. So it's really giving and taking, it's something mutual and enriching to all of us. So learning festivals are a must. Okay, thank you very much.